All right, we want to give you a little idea. I hate to use the word little, but I want to give you an idea of the space you're going to have in the bathroom. Right now, if you imagine the toilet, which actually is on site, we're not going to install it until the tile work is done. The toilet's going to come out to about where my foot is right now. And the vanity is about, the front of the vanity is going to be there. So you got a decent walking space in between here. We have the vanity drawn out on the wall with the backsplash, countertop, and then just the spacing for the vanity itself. So you can see you've got a little bit of space here, probably for a trash can or something like that in here. And then you can see we've skimmed these walls. Basically, we're waiting on dry time for a lot of this mud. I've got the dimensions of the mirror that you guys picked out, and we've got a center line. That was the old center line for when we thought we were putting in a 42. We've got our 3 inches over. Here's our center line for our sconce up above the mirror, and that I chose that height. We may alter that height. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hold it up there when we get ready to do electrical trim out, and we'll make sure that that height works for you guys based on the mirror, where it's going to fall, backsplash. Make sure we have a decent distance between the backsplash and the mirror, and then the mirror and the sconce. So just all that, kind of visual stuff, which I'm sure Angie, you might want to be part of. So I'm good at visual stuff, but I always say you're the one that has to live with it. So it'll look great for my house. I want to talk about this a little bit, where this is all framed in for our niche. We've got our glass shelves spaced out, and we're going to have just a little bit over a foot of space between our half-inch glass shelves. We do have to add a little bit to the bottom here, and that gave us a nice even spacing. I've got to add 3/4 of an inch at the top of this. I've already got my piece of Durock on the back here, and then we'll put Durock in the opening, Durock on the face. Basically, what we've done, what we've done here, we've just got these up and in place for now, and then we'll bring our Durock around the side. We have to cleat this out so this is all connected together, and then once all this Durock is on, we're going to tape it all with a Bonsall tape, and then we're going to use B6000, which is a Bonsall product, and we're going to basically red guard this whole thing. There's a tape that will even connect to the tub, so we'll get all of our waterproofing right down into the tub area. So you've got a 3x6 subway tile, beveled subway tile, and that's once the Durock is on both sides of this, that subway tile will fit perfectly, and then above it, obviously, we'll have 2 halves, and keep reversing, go alternating there. One subway tile fits almost perfectly in here, and then we've got one subway tile planned for out here, which will just come over the edge of the tub. There'll be a nice grout line to the fiberglass front of the tub. So we tried to measure everything out to make sure that everything looks real cohesive, and it looks like realistic areas where tile ends and drywall begins, or tub begins, or tile begins, as far as floor tile. So I think we've worked it out, and I think we have that distance worked out pretty well inside the niche as well. Be sure to let me know if you feel that niche is too big. I thought it worked out really well, and I know you wanted more than a niche. We wanted it to be almost like, it's going to look like kind of an indented window. That's kind of the size of it. And don't think of this as being the depth, this 2x4. You've got all this space. We'll be adding a piece to here, and then Durock in that whole thing. So you're going to have just about 6 inches of depth, which was the maximum. I went for the maximum that I could get for depth. And down here, obviously, we'll give it a little bit of pitch. I don't know if the glass shelves will really need it or not, but we definitely want to do it on that bottom sill. We still got some Durock to fill in, but I really wanted you guys to see this before we did that. Over here, we got our controls. We're all cut out for. We have our shower head at 7 feet, what we talked about. And I really think, if you see the fan up there, your fan light, that unit's all in. and ready to be taped off. And I think that really takes us to this point. The one thing we are going to do is we are going to cut the ceiling out and put Durock up there too. I know we're going to have ceiling tile, so I really don't want to attach it to any drywall. So we're going to cut this ceiling out of here. Wasn't thinking about that when I patched the hole up there, but now that I remember that we do have a ceiling tile going up there, I'm going to go ahead and pop that out of there. We'll fill that in with Durock, and that'll give us a nice gritty surface to be able to attach our thin set and our tile to. And that takes us to this point, and the next thing you'll hear from me is a call about the cabinets being delivered. We'll send you some quick video so you guys can see exactly what the front of the cabinetry looks like. All right, I hope you guys have a good one.